I'm Casey Kasem. These are the most popular songs in the USA. Entering at number 39 is the second of this week's 6 debuts. It features a sample of Spandau Ballet's 1983 Top 10 smash, True. Here's a new duo called PM Dawn.
Casey's Top 40.
I'm Casey Kasem. Well, now we're up to the first hit for the rap duo called PM Dawn, a twosome whose leader used to be a bully, pushing other kids around. Until not long ago, this rapper went by the name of Attrell Cordes. He grew up in a tough part of Jersey City, New Jersey, where he lived the life of a tough guy, picking on those smaller than him. There was nothing spiritual about his outlook and nothing mystical about him at all, at least not until one day in school when a teacher told the class about the strange world of people who predict the future. Though there are many like Nostradamus and Madame Blavatsky, the most famous seer of them all is considered to be the man known as the prophet's prophet, Edgar Cayce. Cayce claimed to have the ability to read books without opening them. He would absorb them by sleeping on the books. He died in 1945, but before he died, he made some amazing predictions. He predicted that Atlantis would rise from the sea before the end of the 20th century. He predicted World War II years before it happened. He predicted the 1929 stock market crash a year before it happened. He predicted the death of President Roosevelt. He also predicted that peace would come to the world by 1998. Well, young Attrell Cordes was amazed by all this, and so he started reading about mystics like Edgar Cayce. And in time, he decided he wanted to be a mystic, too. He changed his name to Prince B. He began dressing in beads and dreadlocks, and he decided to express his mysticism through his music, which is how his duo, PM Dawn, came to be in the countdown.
Hey, this is Prince B and DJ Minimix from PM Dawn. Here he is with the ultimate in hit combination, Shadoe Stevens on American Top 40.
Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Prince B from PM Dawn. Hold tight, hold on, and hold out for more of the biggest hit music right here on American Top 40.
The hits from coast to coast. Number 24.
Slipping 6 notches is PM Dawn, a rap duo that recently completed a marathon 3-day recording session at Eddie Murphy's New Jersey mansion. The rappers were helping Eddie sample and record some tracks for his upcoming CD. And Eddie asked him for help because of hits like this one.
Casey's Top 40.
Well, now we're up to the number 1 song in the USA. It's by a spiritual rap duo from Jersey City who once fled from the stress of the American music scene. They found the peace they needed in, of all places, old London town. This twosome certainly isn't the first American act to find the creative atmosphere they needed in the ancient streets of England's biggest city. Back in the 60s, Jimi Hendrix moved to London to immerse himself in the British blues scene. American Chrissie Hynde found what she was looking for in England with a group called The Pretenders. So did the New York rocker with the very British name of Terence Trent D'Arby. And to that list of Americans who found musical happiness in London, we can add brothers Attrell and Jarrett Cordes. Growing up in Jersey City, New Jersey, they had come up with a sound that combined rap and spirituality in a way that was totally unique. They made music like no one else, but they say that no one in America seemed to understand what they were trying to do. Attrell Cordes says, quote, "New York is so stressed out, no one got our message of peace. London has New York's fire, but with water poured on it, so you have cool embers. They knew right away what we were trying to do," unquote. In 1989, after Attrell and Jarrett moved to England, they had a hit there called Ode to a Forgetful Mind. And as was the case before, soon after they hit in England, they were discovered in their homeland of America. They still call London home, and here in America, they've become stars, hitting the pop chart with Set Adrift on Memory Bliss, Paper Doll, and the song that for the second week in a row is the biggest hit in the land. The number 1 song in the USA on Casey's Top 40 is I'd Die Without You by Attrell and Jarrett Cordes, the duo PM Dawn.
Yo, this is Prince B and DJ Minimix from PM Dawn. And you're listening to a special American Top 40, the top 100 hits of the year.
Thanks, fellas. You had a good year. One of your hits is coming up soon.
American Top 40.
You've got American Top 40 with The Shadow. At number 25, it's PM Dawn, Garrett and Attrell Cordes. Apparently, they got a family that's really into music, but the two brothers got their start from a relative in a different line of work. Garrett, he's DJ Minute Mix, told us the whole story.
Well, my uncle is a garbage man, and he used to like find like just crates of old 45s and stuff that people would throw out. He used to bring them home, like dust fly everywhere. Check these out, like the Terminator.
These are for you.
And that was it from there. He just kept bringing them on. We were like, keep bringing them. He used to bring his equipment over, and he used to let us get on. And I was like, I hogged it, and that was it from there. It's history, dude.
Is it my turn? American Top 40!
Yo, it's PM Dawn in the house, DJ Minimix.
And Prince B.
And this is a hit especially for you on American Top 40.
Casey's Top 40!
Well, now we're up to the latest hit for PM Dawn, a duo whose lead singer says he tries to avoid material possessions. Prince B, the poet, songwriter, singer, and spiritual heart of PM Dawn, says that, to tell the truth, he's not at all that comfortable with reality and the material world. What he really likes to do is meditate, to seek the divinity within, while coasting along on a high spiritual plane. In popular terms, Prince B is cosmic and proud of it. But as a super successful musician, he's constantly being bombarded with material rewards for his work, and he says all these possessions confuse him. He doesn't know if they're things that he's supposed to have or things he's supposed to get rid of to free himself for more spiritual pursuits. So one day he decided to conduct an experiment to challenge destiny. He took his brand new Jeep and drove it from his home in New Jersey to the streets of Midtown Manhattan. Then, leaving the keys in the ignition, with the doors unlocked, he simply parked the car and walked away. He figured if he wasn't supposed to have that car, it would be gone when he got back. Well, he tried that experiment 3 times. The first time, nothing happened. The second time, a jacket was stolen out of the car. And the third time, nothing happened again. Prince B says he took that as a sign that he was supposed to have the Jeep for some deep cosmic purpose that is yet to be revealed to him. This week, Prince B and his partner DJ Minute Mix edge up a notch to number 15 on Casey's Top 40. Here's PM Dawn and The Ways of the Wind.
Casey's biggest hits.
2 years ago this week, one of the biggest hits in the USA was Looking Through Patient Eyes by a pair of brothers from New Jersey who say the biggest pleasure of their success is taking their mom shopping. Attrell and Cordes, the duo known as PM Dawn, say they grew up pretty close to the poverty line. They say, quote, "We weren't dead broke, but we didn't have a lot of things, like furniture and houses to live in." And so when they started making money from their records, the first thing they did was to make a down payment on a home for their mother. And whenever they can, they take her on a shopping spree. Prince B says, quote, "I love to say, come on, Mom, pick out what you want. That's the best part of it all," unquote. 2 years ago this week, PM Dawn had one of the biggest hits in the USA. Here's Looking Through Patient Eyes.
Whatever it is I do, I try to think about you. I have a love for you, but nothing hides. Casey counts them down. Casey's Top 40.
Well, now we're up to PM Dawn, a duo that wanted their latest CD to have a very spiritual sound to it. So they took a tape recorder and went looking for the sound of silence. Rappers Prince B. Reasons and JC the Eternal say their new CD called Jesus Wept is the most positive, emotional, and gospel-sounding album of their career. And to make it special, they wanted to include some sounds recorded from real life. First, they got a tape recorder and went to a local carnival near their home in Jersey City, New Jersey. They walked around asking people to give their thoughts on God and love. And after the two musicians had filled an entire tape, they went back to the studio and created a montage of voices that they put between tracks on their album. But that wasn't enough for Prince B and JC the Eternal. They wanted something even more special. So they took their tape recorder and flew all the way to Atlanta, Georgia. Then they went to the gravesite of one of their biggest idols, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., and that's where they turned on their tape machine and recorded what Prince B describes as the sound of silence. The silence one hears when standing at Martin Luther King Jr.'s grave. They put exactly 21 seconds of that silence on the CD Jesus Wept, and they selected the number 21 for a very spiritual reason. Prince B explains that 21 is a result of multiplying 3 times 7. 3 represents Martin Luther King, and 7 is a positive number that many consider holy. Now, here's something else you can hear on the CD Jesus Wept, the song that rises 3 notches to number 20 on Casey's Top 40. This is PM Dawn with Downtown Venus.
Counting them down with KCK.